As the sun sets over Magadha, Nalanda Mahavihara glows with the light of hundreds of butter lamps. The heart of this university is the Dharmaganja, the treasury of truth, where knowledge pulses through every corridor. The air is thick with the scent of burning ghee, ancient manuscripts, and incense, a fragrance of devotion and wisdom. Inside, the three great library buildings, Ratnasagara, Ratnodadi, and Ratnaranjaka, buzz with the quiet energy of scholars at work. The soft rustle of palm leaves, the scratch of styluses, and the low voices of teachers and students fill the halls. Here, from novice monks to venerable masters, all are united in a grand tradition of learning. As darkness falls, the Dharmaganja shines, a beacon of enlightenment, drawing seekers from across the world. For those within, this library is the universe's center, where the past meets the present and the seeds of the future are sown. The Dharmaganja's architecture inspires awe and contemplation. Approaching Ratnasagara, the ocean of jewels, you pass through immense carved wooden doors, portals to a sacred world. Inside, vibrant murals of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in jewel tones line the walls, while mandalas and cosmic diagrams invite meditation. Light filters through latticed windows, casting an ethereal glow on the art and scholars below. The three main buildings surround a tranquil courtyard of frangipani trees and lotus ponds, a haven for reflection. Endless rows of shelves hold manuscripts on philosophy, medicine, astronomy, and more, meticulously organized and protected from the elements. The thick walls and high ceilings keep the air cool and the texts safe. Every detail serves a purpose, making this a fortress of learning built on faith in the enduring power of knowledge. Here, architecture and purpose merge, creating a sanctuary for the mind. In the Dharmaganja's halls, scribes and scholars work in quiet harmony, preserving and expanding the world's knowledge.
With stylus in hand, we etch Sanskrit and Pali onto palm leaves, chanting softly to maintain focus and accuracy.
Each leaf is darkened with soot and oil, then bound and numbered, a process that sends wisdom across continents.
Translation is another vital task. Scholars from China, Tibet, and beyond collaborate with Nalanda masters, bridging languages and philosophies.
Translating is an art, requiring deep understanding of both cultures and doctrines.
The library is not just a storehouse, but a birthplace of new ideas. Masters compose treatises and commentaries, building on ancient wisdom.
Our works join the collection, flowing into the river of knowledge.
Here, knowledge is preserved, shared, and renewed, a living ecosystem of learning. Every act, from copying to creating, is a reverent offering to the future. The Dharmaganja is a symphony of scholarship, echoing across generations. This is how Nalanda's wisdom endures. Nalanda's fame drew seekers from across Asia, Korea, Persia, Sri Lanka, and beyond.
In the Dharmaganja's halls, a tapestry of languages and cultures mingled, united by the pursuit of knowledge.
Each scholar's journey was long and perilous, but the reward was immersion in a cosmopolitan world of ideas.
Sanskrit was the common tongue, but debates and discussions flourished in many languages.
This diversity fostered respect, curiosity, and collaboration, turning differences into bridges.
The curriculum spanned Buddhist philosophy, logic, medicine, astronomy, and the arts, producing well-rounded thinkers.
For newcomers, entering the legendary 9-storied library was overwhelming, a confirmation that their journey was worthwhile.
The Dharmaganja's reputation as the world's greatest repository of knowledge was well-earned. The Dharmaganja's defining trait was its profound peace, a quiet born of focused minds.
The only sounds were the whisper of pages, the scratch of styluses, and the low hum of debate.
This sanctuary united all in the pursuit of wisdom and the alleviation of suffering.
Collaboration, not rivalry, was the norm. Knowledge was a gift to be shared.
Masters guided struggling scholars, fostering a spirit of generosity.
The daily rhythm balanced study, meditation, and community, grounding intellect in spiritual practice.
The library was a training ground for both mind and heart, its very air infused with centuries of contemplation.
Architecture, art, and purpose combined to create a perfect environment for flourishing thought. For centuries, Nalanda's library stood as a monument to human intellect, until darkness fell.
In 1193, Turco-Afghan invaders led by Bakhtiyar Khilji stormed the university, seeing it as a rival and a prize.
The peaceful scholars were defenseless. The invaders destroyed the viharas, temples, and the Great Library itself.
The 3 library buildings were set ablaze, and the fire raged for months, turning hundreds of thousands of manuscripts to ash.
The loss was not just physical. A vast universe of knowledge vanished forever.
The flames symbolized the triumph of ignorance over wisdom and violence over peace.
The voices of thousands of scholars were silenced, their contributions lost to history.
We can only imagine the discoveries and insights that perished in the fire.
The sacred halls of the Dharmaganja fell silent, buried under rubble and ash. The world was left immeasurably poorer. Today, the ruins of Nalanda remind us of what was lost and what endures.
The destruction of the Dharmaganja was a tragedy for all humanity, a lesson in the fragility of knowledge.
Yet, Nalanda's wisdom survived in texts carried to distant lands, forming the core of new traditions.
Much of what we know about Indian philosophy and Buddhism comes from these translations.
Nalanda's spirit lives on, a beacon of learning and tolerance. The story warns us, libraries and universities are precious and must be protected from ignorance and fanaticism.
The ideal of Nalanda, a world where scholars unite in peaceful collaboration, remains vital.
Though the library is gone, its vision of universal learning inspires us still. It is a light we must strive to keep alive.